such an asshole.
So a friend of mine tagged me in this article on the Facebooks, and it says OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. And already I'm like, oh, is this another one of those like up and coming 40 under 40, 30 under 30 people who never make a profit? Like if you're on that list, it almost dooms you to failure. And he looks at look, he looks like one of those nerds. He looks like a 20-something nerd, like, hey, I created AI. OpenAI CEO. Hold it. Chief executive officer. You got a board? You got multi-million dollars invested? Do you have but my main question, do you make a profit? Oh, you don't. You're another needle dick Silicon Valley guy living off of the charity of the creditors, and you have no intention of ever making it. Does it make profit? That's what I want to know. It has nothing to do with my point. I just want open AI. This was last week. Oh, AI, huh? Everyone keeps telling me things about AI. I'm like, how is it making money? Is it making money? Sam Altman. Oh, hey, he's the guy of the hour. All right. Talk to me next hour. Sam Altman says the remote work experiment was a mistake and it's over. Oh, thank you, Mr. Guy who got his pubes yesterday. Let's continue. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman isn't averse to change. He helped kickstart the current AI race with chatbot ChatGPT, after all, threatening to upend multiple industries. I'll wait till it actually does. So far, I think it makes like what? Convincing porn, right? Is that all? Ooh, you could write a freshman grade level paper. Well, that doesn't take any intelligence anyway. I'm still waiting for the jobs to be replaced. The idea of fully remote work became the norm and has come and gone, he said this week at a fireside chat in San Francisco organized by a fintech company, Stripe. Also, some I've never heard of. And maybe they make money, maybe they don't. We'll never know. I think definitely one of tech's industry's worst mistake in a long time was that everybody could go full remote forever and startups didn't need to be together in person. And, there was going to be no loss of creativity, he told attendees. I would say that the experiment on that is over and the technology is not yet good enough. Wait, I thought AI was replacing everything. I thought I should just put a bullet in my head because the software replaced Cappy. Execute program, op, curse and yell at Democrat parasites, op, execute. Cappy says toodles, goodbye, right? I'd be replaced. Now you're saying we need human. Which is it? The technology is not yet good enough that people can be full remote forever, particularly on startups. Now, in fairness to him, in fairness to Sam, I don't think he's talking here. Now, of course, Fortune magazine is written by even worse people, journalists, and they have to, he's on that campus. No, I think all he's saying is that for startups, technology or not, I'd imagine, you kind of need people to come into the office and kind of hash out some ideas, have some brainstorms. I'm inclined to agree with him. So I'm not saying this guy is coming squarely down on it. Nope, everyone's got to come back to work. He isn't alone in his assessment. Many CEOs have been demanding. They demand. I demand you return to the office. No. What? I'm J.P. Wentworth, which is an actual law firm, not the same character. How dare you say no to me? Don't you know who I am? That remote employees spend more time in the many CEOs have been demanding that remote employees spend more time in the office. Among them, Bob Iger at Disney, Howard Schultz at Starbucks, and Robert Thompson at News Corp. During the pandemic, remote work or hybrid work schedule was the only option for many office workers, and many grew to prefer it to being in the office every workday. I do not believe in remote work for startups. Keith Raboy, a general partner at a venture capital firm, Founders Fund. Let me guess, you guys were the ones lending all these Silicon Valley people your money never to be paid back. What's your profit margin look like? Told the Logan Bartlett Show. What? Adding that neither he nor his firm would invest in a venture based on it. Younger workers, he noted, learn by osmosis. Oh, hang on. Keith Raboy. How old is this guy? Really? Are you? Raboy. What do you look like? Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'm gonna listen to you. Okay. Oh, he's a Gen X. He's 54, but he's a boomer. Younger work, you youngin' people, you people better listen up. Mr. Ears over here gonna tell you what for. Younger workers, he noted, learn by osmosis. No, they don't. In a way that requires in-person interaction, and supervisors discovered hidden talent by watching them. Get the F out of here. You old boomer hacks, even though you're a little bit older than me, you never paid attention at all as to whether or not anyone had talent. You guys can't find your own dick, let alone like talent in your own office. Meanwhile, at the struggling Uber rival Lyft, new CEO David Risher ordered remote workers back to the office last week, one day after laying off more than 1,000 employees, or about 26% of the workforce. Employees will now have to come in on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, with Tuesdays recommended. Or not. I'm going to interject a concept here because I was told this the entire time by those lying cocksucking baby boomer bosses. Employees are our best assets. No, they're your only assets. See, the machines and the computers and the inventory and the actual material items, the buildings, the machines, the desks, those are inert things. They don't do anything. It's only with humans that actually something gets done. And it's only with the humans that create those things in the first place. Your only asset is humans. And you've been treated, I'm not no big Democrat. You guys know me, not a big Democrat. I hate Democrats. But we have gone on now for, I'd say, probably about 40, 50 years where you employers have treated your employees like absolute shit. I don't believe in a minimum wage, but geez, I can't figure out why we got such high turnover. I don't know. Pay more people. I can't figure out why we can't get anyone to come work. Pay people more money. Whoa, not that. Well, then suck a dick. Enjoy the losses. Enjoy your labor shortage. Jesus. And this idea, well, you're going to tell the employees what to do? I got news for you, Mr. CEO. You're not the most important person in the company. It's your employees. And man, again, not a big union guy either, but I could totally see why there's a union. Now, effectively, a union has formed. Many thanks. I can't mention him enough. Josh Fluke and the many people on the internet, maybe myself included, who have exposed the simply unfair employment practices of all of employment America. Bachelor's degrees when an 8th grade education would have done just fine. Foisting 4 to 6 year college education programs just to apply for the job because you got a quantahaha bitch, witch, evil, vile, disgusting vermin called Karen in HR instead of just giving them a 2-week training program. And you think you, Mr. Ears over there, well, you young people better come into the office. Make them. Love to see you make them try. And I don't believe in threats without teeth because this is a hollow threat. You're bluffing. But we'll get to the teeth later. But let's read through this. Many remote workers contend that working from home is just fine, and they are not eager to return to pre-pandemic office and commuting routines. In a Pew Research survey released last month, 56% of respondents said working from home helps them get work done and meet deadlines. Imagine that. Not wasting 2 hours a day commuting helps you get work done. I bet your mental health is better. There's lower risk of traffic fatalities and accidents. Your insurance rates go down. Divorces go down. You can spend time with your family. And all these corporations about work-life balance. Right, corporate America? Eat a bag of dicks right over there. Bag of dick stores. 3rd and Main. Go there. Eat it. Choke on it. Said working from home gets some work done to meet. Well, 37%, it neither hurts nor helps. So we're talking 90? Yeah, 93%. Plus or neutral to it. Why would you give your employees what they wanted? Of course. No. I know someone, I can't say who. Hardworking gal. Manages family, invest time in family. Now her employer, we need you to come back to the office. How about a big bag of no dicks? No. Just you all, you see, now I'm Herman. I'm the corporate executive. My father, Charlie, the boomer that he was, ran it because if he couldn't see you working, how do you know you were working? And me, Herman, Gen X boss, nepotist extraordinaire, I'm going to require the same. What do you mean you got kids? No, we can't. I need to see you in the office. Screw your children. I'm more important. I am Herman, the Gen X boss. But at least one CEO, here's my guy, James Clark of digital marketing firm Clearlink, where his employees might be secretly working multiple jobs. No. I'm sorry, he's not my guy. You think, James? I wonder if you just paid them a fair wage. I wonder if there's a solution. They're working 2 jobs. Well, maybe pay them overtime to work more at your firm or pay them more money. And then they just work at your job. You have them sign a non-compete agreement. How dare someone take their free time and manage their time well? Do you guys see just what manipulative, controlling, dictatorial tyrants these assholes are? Do you understand why you should not want to be? This is why I'm like, yeah, your life is not at the corporation. Don't hang your hat at the corporate. Your number one thing. That's for girls. Let girls deal this. Girls want to be broad, independent, strong, and girl boss. Let them have corporate America. I've said it before. But for those of you who got the slightest bit of self-respect, you want to work for these assholes? Look at their attitudes. They think they freaking own you. But at least one CEO, James Clark of Clearlink. Is Clearlink making money? Where his employees might be secretly working multiple jobs while working remotely. Oh my God. He also worried, well, what do you care if they do the jobs right? Okay, boom. Hang on, I gotta look up Clearlink. James Clark. Clearlink CEO celebrates employee selling dog. Oh, is this the guy? Talked about sacrifices he was seeing from some workers, like selling the dog. Rant to tech employees. Oh, this guy's got an interesting past. Utah's tech CEO praises worker who ditched the family dog to return to the office. Robert Gerke says some bosses don't get it. No, I want to see his LinkedIn. James Clark. Clearlink company. Let's see if it's even making money. Clearlink LLC. Profitability. You can't look up I don't think they'll have their Clearlake makes $175,000 in a single month. It makes annual revenue of 5.3 million. I don't care about the revenue. I want to know what its profits are. Revenue peaked in 2022. All right. Does it make profit? Okay, James Clark. He also worries some might be freeing up time by using AI tools like OpenAI's ChatGPT, GPT-4, time that his company isn't usable. Oh, no. How dare people not suck your dick, James? How dare people use tools? Man, are you like that boomer boss who, when I like, oh, here, we can use the spreadsheet. We don't need software. I don't understand. Do you know how to open up a PDF, James? I got to see what this guy looks like. Usually when you got weapons grade evil people like that, James Clark. Let's see what he looks like. Oh, yeah, he's got a Trump haircut. Oh, how can you trust that guy? Oh, I just want to see what is he? Do you got a degree in business, bro? Harvard management. Yep. You got a master's degree in management. Founded. Yeah. Oh darn. Wonder what is the Glassdoor review of Clearlink? Is it high? Oh, 3. Oh, 2.8. Okay, so no one likes working there. Have fun, James. Somebody should open up a Bag of Dick store over in Utah. I don't know where he is. St. George, Salt Lake, wherever he is. I think he's going to have to eat a lot. Where'd it go? Altman said, I feel pretty strongly that startups need a lot of in-person time. All right, I'm not going to disagree with the startups. He knows a thing or two about that. As fellow OpenAI co-founder Greg Brockman told the Possible podcast last week, they spent months trying to figure out what exactly their AI chatbots should be. Strategy successful. OpenAI is now valued at $30 billion. I don't care what it's valued at. Does it make a profit? Boo. All right, let me explain to you why people aren't going back to the office. All right, because there's a welfare state, a lot of which you Silicon Valley CEO cocksucking dickheads all voted for because it was popular to vote Democrat. Hell, some of you probably even donated to the Democrat Party. And I don't know if you noticed labor force participation rates among younger people. And I don't know if you've seen the boomers retiring early, the ones that you really needed. And I don't know if you've seen the middle-aged Gen Xers like, nope, nope, hella nope. You guys can't find employees. And whether it's the boomers who saved up enough money, the Gen Xers that kind of like scrolled away a little bit or decided to work another job that they didn't have to like rely on your income, or the Zoomers and millennials just plain like, nah, you're paying me welfare. You're especially not getting young people. Because I'll tell you this right now. I used to take a tremendous amount of pride. I probably still do that. I've never collected a government check. The day I left home at 18, I've always worked. There were very tight times, starving, sometimes quite literally, but I never took a government check. But after going through and tolerating your baby boomer antics, which is regardless of your actual age, because now you have younger people than boomers who are still doing baby boomer antics, especially diversity and inclusion and whatever other training that has stuff, and requiring bachelor's degrees. I thought that would go away, but apparently it hasn't. But the entirety of that managerial philosophy, where you just absolutely did not consider the employees, there was no empathy. And I'm not saying you got to pay employees all the money in the world, but failing to realize that your employees are absolutely critical and vital to your company, and that to lower turnover, that you might want to say, hey, maybe we don't require college. Like if you just made it easier, not easy, easier to work for you guys, where we didn't have to go get 4 6-year college degrees, where you'd have training programs, and where maybe you take the time to actually coach and train or explain things to your employees, and to keep your own heads out of your asses, and maybe a wage where they wouldn't have to like, gee, I can't afford rent nearby, so now I got to commute to. If you just considered that, maybe people would said, no, I would prefer to work. But now, I think I got to imagine at least 65% of you voted for it. But now there's another option, and that's called welfare. And that could mean everything from a literal welfare check to all the state and local programs that allow people to live on very little, to certainly I'd say half of it is parental welfare, where the parents let the kids live at home. Oh, and let's also talk about mental disabilities, fake or real. Oh, I got a touch of the autism. I need disability checks. Hell, I bet you there's some people out there who are homeless that would otherwise make a pretty good employee if you just shot it straight down the line. But here's the teeth. This is where the teeth to that threat comes in. Yeah, if there was no welfare state, if it wasn't easy for everyone to just live at home and live off the government dole, yeah, people would have to work. And they'd be like, okay, we'll come back. But no, you've made it that there's a welfare state. You've made that people, it's perfectly accepted. There's no shame at living at home anymore now. And I know, I don't, maybe it's something with your ego. I don't know what it is about your ego that needs to get stroked, that you have to have this lording power over people to come in and ruin and upend their lives because you're some insecure, limp dick, pansy ass, gray haired, gray pube piece of shit, power hungry boomer. I don't know what it is that you got to upend and make everyone's lives miserable and pay extra office space costs. I mean, office renting buildings is not cheap. I don't know why you got to do that, but let me tell you something very clearly, you corporate executive types who think you could just decree things. They're not coming back. They're not. And the only people that are going to be financially destitute, I don't know who's coming back. It ain't going to be good people. The only ones I can think of, maybe there's a certain segment like, nah, I just got to get to the office. They love the office. It's a minority. But you're not going to have, God Christ, oh, hang on. Let me take a look. What is the unemployment rate? 3.4%. That's 1.6% below full. You're coming in here barking attitudes and demands and lists like it's the 1990s, and everyone's just gracious or grateful to have a job. No. You're like some fat chick walking into a party where there's hot, thin chicks telling men, now I ain't taking your number. Well, good luck. You ain't going to get no number. You ain't no one even asking you. And unlike all the other times of the past, now we got a nice welfare state. And you better, the only way look, I know you don't want to pay a living wage. I know that because it's more important that you like get a third yacht or something like that. I know it's very important for you CEOs to have that. But you aren't going to have any employees to run your company, period, if you don't let the lion's share of them, white collar work anyway, work from home. And if you get your heads out of your asses, you might actually save a lot of money and have yourself a profitable company. Because if people are allowed to work remotely, then they could go live in cheaper places and not have to demand like, well, you want me to live in San Francisco? That's another great thing is you executives all headquartered in the worst leftist shitholes ever. Oh, yeah, I love the risk of getting stabbed or killed on the subway. Oh, yeah, let's live here. That's great. That's great because your condo is nearby and your mistress is 2 doors down. That's great. I'm glad we live in Chicago. That's wonderful. But you're going to find out you're wrong. You're going to find out you're the ones not with power because now people can say no and they're not going to starve. And I hope you guys keep voting Democrats because I think that's kind of what's enabling everybody. Like, nah, I don't have to. And I'm against the welfare. I'm against the Democrats. But by God, it's so nice to see you gray hairs actually get told to shut the fuck up. And now it's not that you got to be the employee's bitch, but you actually have to consider employees now. And so I would love to see you all make decrees. I love to see you say, you got to come in and be the Johnson Corporation, man. We need you to come in. I love to see you keep having those weapons grade bitches you got over in HR demanding masters and doctorates. I keep on going and I'll keep on. Oh my God, we can't find employees. So there you go. All right. My God, I don't even think we had any. Did we have no problems from Cox Communication? Did Cox Communication actually provide reliable internet here today? Let's go to the super chats. Let's go to the super chats and have ourselves a treat. Oh, also, by the way, I'm going to be on Pop's channel tonight, Terrence Pop's channel, 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern. Me, him, and Blake are going to go and chit chat and talk. Generation Apollo, $2. If I can't see you, how do I know you're working? Just tell them no. For any younger person out there looking for a job, just tell them no. If you need like guidance on like, well, how do I'll give you some real quick pointers here so you never actually have to go and work for one of these bosses. Save up 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Okay. Then you don't have to take bad jobs. If you take a job and they lie to you, oh, well, we need you to come into the work now. I know we said remote work, but I'm changing my mind. You can walk away because you got 3 to 6 months. Live at home, save the rent, especially when you're younger. There's no reason to pay that rent. Get yourself an invaluable skill, right? So like you're an engineer And if Karen comes in like, well, I didn't like your shit. Fine, bye. And then the guy who actually runs the company, oh, wait, we need you. We need you. Yeah, I don't talk to Karen in HR. I don't interview with HR. Like, just get it to the point where you're working, like even working as a bartender, some kind of job so you can live. So that if some cocksucker wants you to we need you to commute downtown New York. Nah, I'm working from home. But here at Goldman Blacks, that's not an insult the minority. That's making fun of Goldman Sachs. Goldman Blacks. What you're a Goldman Blacks man. You have to come in. Nah, not me. Not gonna happen. I'll go work at AP Jorgen. Well, you're just not our kind of material. You're right. I'm not. See you. Bye. Nonstop Dre, $2. But Cappy, they say you're just not a team player. Man, if I wish I could go back in time. I wish I could go back in time and any one of these cocksucking boomer bosses ever said that to me. I get right in their face. It would almost be worth jail time. I'm not kidding. It would almost have been worth jail time to put some of them in their place in Minecraft. It would have. I should have gone to the feds earlier and more often. That's what I should have done. X-Runner 55, $5. But don't you want to feel part of something greater than yourself? No, I'm pretty great. That's a great observation there, X-Runner. There should be nothing greater than yourself. Now, the love of your life should be greater. Your children should be greater. Your family and friends, that should be greater. But no, absolutely not. My employer will never be greater than me. You are a tool for me to use and abuse and get and extract as much out of because that's exactly how you look at me. Greater than yourself. Are they even using those? Are they as a hit the ground running, steep learning curve, greater than yourself? The Goldman Blacks team. How much do you want to? Well, our community, our family. Bob Dabalina, $2. Thanks for everything, Tiki Cappy. No problem. Hey, it's hot outside. I'm not even wearing socks. That's how minimalist Cappy is. I ain't wearing socks. Flamin' TP, Tree Fitty. If I didn't work from home, you wouldn't get Tree Fitty. Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Thanks for bringing that up, Flamin' TP. Normally I pride myself off of working, but if you ever said you got to go back and work at banking, I go on welfare. I'm like, no, absolutely not. No, because that is an unacceptable working environment. Absolutely not. I'll go become a cop. I'll go work secure. I'll do anything else, but there's no way I'll go on welfare. And if it's a white collar job and I don't have to be there, say, but you got to commute anyway. I'm like, no, you get to pay my welfare check. Why? Oh my goodness. Oh, I feel a little woozy. Oh no, I have a case of the social anxieties and I are disabled and need my SSI check paid for by you. So get your MBA and work more. Drew, $5. I get emails all the time, entice us to get back into the office and how important culture is. Culture. Oh my God, really? There's your culture right there, corporate. Right there. There's your culture. There will be a mass exodus if we have to go back. Yep. There is. Look, we've done it for what? 2-3 years now? Was it 2019 when the disease came by? That's 4 years, is it? Coming up on 4 years? I'm told by Biden the economy's just great. Well, if the economy's great, we don't need to go home. We don't need to go to the office. I still don't. And here's the thing. A lot of you may be under the misunderstanding that, well, these corporate executives, they must know there's a reason. There must be some kind of efficiency. No. Please listen to me. Corporate executives of all companies, unless they're the exceptional few that are being led by an actual genius, corporate executives are so average intelligence. They are so average intelligence. I thought they knew. I thought, oh, you're the vice president. You must know. No. They are so. Scott Adams with Dilbert is right. These are not intelligent people. And whereas to you and me, it would seem like a third or fourth grade logic kind of thing. Like, hey, wouldn't it make a lot of sense to have people not commute just for employee satisfaction? And not to mention, you don't have to spend billions of dollars on office space to house them, not to mention computer. Like, they pay for their own computers. Like, you don't have to spend money on desks or cubicles. Why and if you're really in the special advanced class, well, then we could turn all those office buildings into lodging, and that would kind of really make housing affordable for everybody, especially young people, Zoomers and millennials. No? No. Okay, but you're for corporate responsibility. Okay, just want to make sure. Just want to make sure. Okay. But yeah, they're that stupid. They could not figure that out. Look, did you not see? I mean, maybe it's a little while ago, but did you not see the financial geniuses? I'm not kidding. Those were the best and the brightest. All those New York investment firms that got bankrupt needed a bailout back in 2008, 2009. These are not smart people. And so when you think, well, I'll go into the office, but there obviously is going to be a reason for me to be. No, there won't. No, there won't. So your boss can jerk off behind the one-way window, like they're all working here. They're all working here. I got them to come in and commute. I so good. I so good. And I'm not kidding. I mean, maybe they're not actually jerking off, but they are jerking off their ego. That's the vast majority of corporate leaders right now. So I would absolutely, by gosh, I think we all came down with a touch of autism, and we all get SSI check. Oh, I identify as a black female too, by the way, who likes the Vahuha. So lesbian black female. That's like Queen Bee, and I demand respect and rights to work from home because I don't feel safe working among all you white males who are straight, by the way. I absolutely. If they're gonna look, it was unacceptable. I didn't know it at the time. It was unacceptable what we had to go through in the 80s, 90s, and the aughts. Now just don't go through it. Make them make accommodations. Non-stop trade $2. Also, single guys can easily leave off a little money. Yeah, a single guy, but single girls could do it too. If women were minimalist, they could do it. It's the same caloric intake, same cost men and women face. It's just I think women, and I can't even say that because men, boy, you guys really do like your cars because you got small penises. You really like destroying your finances with car leases, don't you? Girls buy other stuff. But men can typically get by on less because we need like a TV and a couch. I did. I was in a bedroom apartment. I had a coffee table, a futon that folded into a couch, and a TV. That was it. That's all I had. I was fine. Live to talk about. Girls, they need crap. They need crap. So yeah, single guys can live better than this. In general, I'd say. Girls, you could do it too. You just gotta like give up all the crap. But I have nothing else in life. Yeah, we know. Oh, you got your TV shows. I hope you cry a little tear. Hope she gets the guy in the end. $50, $5. So many IT job postings sent to me marked on-site or hybrid in a population center, deleted, toodles, remote work, or less than 5 miles away. There you go. There you go. It, in a certain way, this welfare state may actually bring about, well, it already is bringing about a good thing in higher wages and better working conditions for all Americans. So I understand that. I would say the cost will outweigh it. But this could usher in where it's like, no, we're not commuting. No, we're not getting bachelor's and master's degrees. I mean, they're getting so desperate they're starting to hire high school graduates and doing training programs. Like, well, you should have been doing that the entire time. Maybe this might usher in a more efficient labor market. But I'm not joking. You're either going to make it worth my while or I'm going on welfare. I'm not working. Absolutely not. And if anything, there's plenty of self-employment stuff I can do. I'll go. I was hanging out with Lars. There's like house sitting, trusted house sitters. I get to travel and house sit people's houses. Okay. I go be a bartender? No, I'm not going to do your TPS reports. Get the hell out of here. But then you can be part of the, what's a pretentious, oh, you can be part of the Cargill team. No. Klein, 225 for $5. What do you think about Trump's latest accuser posting on social media that she is a huge fan of his TV show years after the alleged attack? I don't know. I don't pay attention. I don't know what's going on with the lawsuits and all that in New York. I'm going to say it's another fake accuser. Where was it? Show me the police report. And what exactly happened? It's the same crap It didn't happen. Unless you follow the police report and somehow there was corruption over there, it's sad, but at one time I'm like, oh dang, we better get cracking on that. Now I'm like, yeah, you're probably lying. That's probably what it is now. And I'm glad you girls have destroyed any trust and faith men had in you. Dr. Paradox, 10 generous dollars. We didn't walk away. We flew, laughing my ass off all the way to the bank as my wife and I enjoy properties in 3 countries and still grow our own corn and potatoes because frack this world. Yeah, look, they have gotten it so bad. I know a couple where it's easy. They spend less time growing their own food and maintaining it. Like for you, Better Bachelor, Joker over at Better Bachelor, I think I should really talk to him. Say like, okay, you paid for the house and this and that. What are your actual living expenses? And I bet you the amount of time and effort he puts into it, which is much more rewarding in him building his own house out there in Tennessee. I bet you not only is it much more rewarding, but I bet you he's earning more per hour saving the money that he would have had to have done that otherwise. And that when it comes to once it gets to cruising speed, once it's operational, I bet you he'll be able to live off that place for less than $5,000 a year. It's like, why would I go to an office? I am going to grow potatoes. I'm going to make my own booze. I'm going to go do something else, but I'm not going to an office. And it's not even doing the mind-numbing work. It's having the contradictory orders from cocksucking baby boomer bosses who need to what? Choke on a bag of dicks. Drew, $2. People who want the office have awful home lives. Well, do they? What if they actually do want the office? I can understand you got to get out and away from your spouse. I understand that. And sometimes there are jobs, even white collar ones, like, no, we got to be here. Like, okay, I understand that. But all your work is done on a computer and over email, out, gone. No reason to do it. But yeah, generally, if you have to commute, yes, your home life has to suffer. By math, it has to suffer. You have to go to school for 10 hours a day with the bus ride, K through 12. Your family life is going to suffer. You have to go to work and drop off your kid to be raised by complete strangers because you love your career more than you love your child. Your family is going to suffer. Oh, you homeschool your kid, you raise your own vegetables, and mom and dad work. One works remotely, the other one goes in part-time. I wonder, I know that couple, they're up in Utah. And he employs his child slave labor to make me their patented child slave labor jam that he made. Hasn't mailed it to me yet. Hasn't mailed me one in a while. Ed Igma, $2. Cappy, please organize a hike with Cappy event. I have thought about it, and here I won't lie. In the olden days, it was great. You met up with people. 1 in 5 would be some weirdo, some kind of autist. So kind of, you want to be friends, like stalker type. If I'm going to do it, there's going to be a fee, like a $50 fee to kind of keep all the weirdos away. And then it's going to be, the trailhead's going to be out in the frickin' middle of nowhere. So you're going to have to spend time and effort to get there. And it's going to be a grueling hike. And I think that will weed out everybody. I will be carrying a gun in case somebody gets some ideas. It will be at a state where I can stand my ground. Just, cover all my bases. Probably have some friends who will also be armed. And then once we make sure everyone's okay, like, yeah, everyone's right. Okay, right. Here we go. Up the hill, boys. I might do that sometime. Bedraga, $5. Hey, it's Rustin. It's me, Rustin, having a good laugh, telling the truth while I'm Uber and car. Oh, wait, down in Chicago? Did you change your ID? I didn't know you were in Rustin. But your old ID, forgot what it was. Wasn't it like Cook County, something? Wasn't it? Is that you, the Cook County guy? Drew, $2. I can always be a range safety officer as a job. I could be an Uber driver, truck driver, security guard. I don't need the money. I'm not going in. Do you know how much it would take me to go work at go downtown Chicago, go downtown Minneapolis, downtown LA, even downtown Vegas? And Vegas has got pretty good traffic. Do you know how much money? And there'd be this huge, signing bonus that is not refundable. No, we're talking like $100,000 for 1 year. But I get to walk away if there's any BS. For me to go 40 hours a week to give up this, give up the hiking, give up the motorcycle, and the golf, oh no, sleeping in, having coffee, no, $500,000 a year minimum. And I do it for 3 years and I'd F off after that. There's no way I'd go back. No way. Midraga, $5. Calling me Smog from The Hobbit. I'm hoarding gold and cobalt ingots at home. Cobalt? Really? Does cobalt have value? With most of my savings because of Biden inflation. It's Trumpflation too. Let's be honest. Trump did it too. But good for you, man. Good for you. Generation Apollo, $5. Some companies definitely put the cult in work culture. Yeah. I'll go be a bartender. I'll go anything. I'll be a garbage man. I'm not working for a Barry. I'm not working for a what's another book? Henry. I'm not working for you guys ever. Drew, $2. I live easily on $30K a year with a micro FU fund. There we go. $2 again from Drew. They renewed the lease for my office that is empty. I got a question for all the baby boomer bosses. So in these empty offices where none of your employees are showing up, do you jerk off to yourself by yourself? Like in the mid, do you get in like in the middle? Do you stand on a desk on a cube? Do you like try and make it go into different cubicles? What do you do? Like, how do you masturbate as a boss in an empty office? Tell me. I'm just curious. Factions T. Lou, $2. Where's the Buc-ee's hat? Oh, I put stuff in my hat because we're going to go out for lunch later. Because I don't work for anyone. Me and the GF going to go out and get lunch. And that's why I'm dressed up very fancy like, but with no socks. Yeah, so when I do my hair and put product in it, I don't wear the hat. Dr. Paradox, $5 again. Heads up, super chats attempting you to speak on political current events are aimed at demonetizing you. Be advised. Are they? Well, don't we kind of normally talk about politics a little bit, I guess, here, a little bit tangential. I know I'm very devil may care, devil may cry, libertarian, indifferent. I don't know. Oh, we got storms out there. Look, if activists want to pay me their money or George Soros's money for me to give the politically correct answer, that's fine. Drew, $2. Come out and hike the Manitou Incline in Colorado Springs. I might do that. Our future man, $5. I'm interested to see what happens when boomer bosses can't justify $50,000 a month rent for an office space. Boomer's gonna boom. I don't care. It's sad, but I am increasingly cheering against some of the main pillars and institutions within this country, specifically corporate America, because they have been so bad, such bad citizens. We could view them as citizens or participants, but we're all, the government is a citizen, the citizens are citizens, the schools are citizens, but we're all citizens. We're all participating in this economy, and corporate America has been such a bad citizen that I'm happy. I'm happy when Miller says like, "We hate men" commercials. Good, do it. Oh, we're gonna lecture you, and we can't find. Good. I cheer on when you go. Like, how many of you want Disney to do well? How many of you are cheering on the demise of Disney? Like, good. I hope your earnings this quarter suck. Dr. Paradox, Buc-ee's hat. You buck and buck. No, I wear it all the time. Aubrey, $7 Canadian bucks. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was good. Recommend it. Yeah, Critical Drinker said it was all right. It wasn't great. I lost Guardians of the Galaxy on Guardians of the Galaxy 2, where it was just a big emotional hoo-ha juice fest. Like, you my dad? No, don't die, Dad. I'm like, this is pretty lame. It's pretty lame. So I don't want to go see Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Clem joke, $5. But Cappy, how will people know they're being supervised if they can't see their supervisor? Oh, if I could go back, I'd be messing with their minds, man. If I ever got called into HR, I'd get a lawyer. Come on in with me. I just want you to sit here. We're recording this. There'd be Karen. What? Well, this is my lawyer. Here's the recording. You don't mind if we record this, do you? Right? Because you want to record it for accuracy, right? Hank Clogs, $2. What deodorant do you use? I use Simple, not Simple Jack. Oh, it's hang on. Let me look it up. It's good. Check it, check. All right, hang on. I'll be back. All right, hang on. Let me. There we go. All right, should be back in audio. Should be okay. If it's not, let me know. Of course, now the video goes out naturally. All right, it's Everyman Jack. That's what I use. Everyman Jack. It's very good. And it's not the communist one. Let's get back to the super chats. What deodorant do you use? Heads up, super chats. Coming out. I'm interested. Guardians of the Galaxy. What deodorant to use? Here we go. Nonstop Dre. Cappy's favorite mountain to hike is Brokeback Mountain. No, it is not. No, it is not. My favorite mountain to hike is probably Black Mountain over in Vegas. It's a pretty good mountain. It's challenging. All right, is that it? Let me double check. Am I back? Okay, okay. All good, all good. All right, good. We're back. Hatton Clogs, $2. Thanks. Yeah, no problem, Hatton Clogs. It's good stuff. You sometimes have to reapply it. And I think we're all caught up. Is that it? That's it. All right. So link below is a link to a lot of my stuff. There's some books. There's also some courses on how to get your financial act together, which I literally labeled it courses to get your financial act together. There's also a link to my Subscribe Star channel if you want to tune into the Road Trip podcast, which is archived there. That is the membership, the Elite Snooty membership for the Cappy Clan, and it's $2 a month if you want, and you get access to that. And then also there's the Amazon affiliate program where if you kindly would do all your Amazon purchases through that. That way you can give me money. It doesn't cost you anything more because I get a commission because ultimately it's Jeff Bezos and McKinsey, his, I can't say it, not pleasant woman who totally earned her billions. I get some money from them and that's it. Oh, wait, there's more on the, holy shit. Jesus, Dr. Paradox. Are you made of money or something, man? What, let's do this. $50. This is worth the money because it's worth the real estate and time. Hire people and pay them well and make products and services that are needed and freaking useful. You got it, man. You're right. But do you know how many of those corporate executive morons with their MBAs don't understand that? They think there's always a shortcut. And what it is, it's the simple principle of do it right the first time, because then it doesn't break. And then you don't have to hire employees to deal with refunds and repeats and repairs and all that. They don't get it, man. They don't get it. If you look at Asshole Consulting, there's no like refund. There's no repeats. There's no, no, it's like, it's a quick operating machine. You know, it's like, this is why people don't complain about Japanese cars. Remote work is still work. Make it work or get out of the frickin' way. Absolutely. Absolutely. Our future MD5. I go to coffee shops or work from home. Can't make me do it. Me do ish. Skills mean I do what I want. Cartman Void. I do what I want. Yeah. If your employer needs you more than you need him, guess who gets to work from home? It's not criminal justice majors. They all get to work from the office or the fast food line. All right, that's it. Link below all that stuff. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.